It's unfortunate he banged his head and so forth. Nobody wants to see anybody get hurt that way. But a lot of it was brought on by himself, and I've got absolutely no sympathy. But it's without a shadow of a doubt, the guy. I think he. Now he's surprise, he's suing, and the thing I can't get my head around here is the guy in charge, the CEO of United Airlines. Initially, they had a strong stance, didn't they? Said look, that he wouldn't leave. Blah, we had to act accordingly, and so forth. But then he backed down under apparently the Twitterati. Yeah, Twitter. Fucking amazing. Why do people bother about that? About what nutters on Twitter say? I really can't get my head around that. If I go on Twitter or Facebook and say something, I said something this morning on Facebook and all the hell broke loose. I just laugh. It's just so fucking what? It's my opinion. Deal with it. Get yourself a fucking box of Kleenex, darling, and go and find yourself a safe space. There you go. Off you pop. Off you pop. Yeah, and I just go and move on. I just give a fuck what fucking people think. But, of course, with it being a business and relying, and, you know, it's like, they all go hysterical, don't they? Up in the air, and he's worried about probably losing money, people booking elsewhere. And they wouldn't. You drop your prices down, mate, get some specials on, they'll send me back. Fucking people are fucking human beings. You mention that magic word discount and they'll still be fucking back. Shaking their heads and wringing their hands and saying it's a shame about that doctor. Oh, okay, look at that, $69 from Reno to fucking San Jose. Get on it. Yeah, there you go. It's true. But of course, in this time-honoured fashion, again, and in this fucked up, everybody's apologising for everything. It's amazing. It seems to be the way. It's like the exit, isn't it? It's like the tunnel out, the fucking way out. If you fucked up or said something that's offended everybody, that, you know, you've offended millions or whatever on Twitter or social media, just say sorry. Some greasy lawyer or advisor or some aide will pop up, won't they, and just say sorry, apologise, it'll all go away. Everybody in today's fucked up world, everybody accepts an apology. You can fucking, you know, you can threaten mass murder everybody, and then realise it was just a joke and just apologise. You know, just apologise, just say sorry, and it'll all go away. So that's what they do. So they've apologised, but the problem is there with this, he's apologised and it's opened up the floodgates for being sued, and now that guy will sue them for everything. And he knew this, didn't he, old David Down? As fucking crackers as it gets, fucking madder than a box of fucking frogs, but knew that there was a bit of comp here in the offing. Yeah, and he'll be a very wealthy man through this. So not so crackers, eh? Yeah, there you go. Right, at the main. We're running a bit late. I've only not got long for this, but it's Donald Trump changed his mind, didn't he, and started throwing fucking missiles at Syria, at the Syrian regime, the Syrian regime, which I find a bit worrying. That there's no way that Assad used chemical weapons on his own people. I just don't buy it. I really don't. I just don't believe he would do that. It doesn't make sense. Why would he do that? It was only a few days before that the Americans were saying that they were interested in regime change and that they were actually leaving Bashar Assad to it with the Russians and everything, and and of course there was always that possibility if they did get involved or threaten to get involved like Obama did, that they would incur the wrath of Russia, and then where's that going to fucking end up? Mushroom clouds, baby, that's where that's going to end up. So you think that everything was, and Assad, I look at it this way, it's whatever monster you want. Which do you choose? You have to choose your monsters here, don't you? You have a monster called ISIS, who Bashar Assad is fighting, trying to stop, and then you've got him, allegedly, gassing his own fucking people, keeping it all in order there. So which monster do you have? Do you have the guy that's keeping it all stable, albeit using unorthodox fucking, but I still don't believe he used chemical weapons, even in the beginning. I think that was a setup. You can very easily, you see, the Arabs have this thing where they're very clever. They're very clever at manipulating the West. They know that people in the West are emotional. And you start putting pictures up of babies and kids being fucking burned. And all of a sudden you're going to think, the evil bastard, we have to kill him. We have to stop this. And that's what Donald Trump would have seen. He would have seen that on Fox and CBS. Oh, God, look at this. Get that sorted out. I want some fucking missiles firing. he's got to be taught a lesson without even going into it all. You know, and not thinking for a second that might have been set up. Now, the Yanks are saying that it hasn't been set up. It was this, that and the other. But I watched that interview last night with Bashar Assad, and everything he said made sense. He did. And I'm not, in no way, I couldn't give a fuck about Syria. I'm not interested in Syria per se. But I'm just saying that, you know, I don't like things being manipulated me when it could cause holy shit. Because, I mean, if the Yanks hadn't have informed the Russians and dropped them fucking cruise missiles and there'd have been Russian fatalities, we would have been on the brink. You know, he's playing a dangerous game here, Donald Trump. I don't know what he's doing. He's not thought about this, and he's being advised wrongly and badly. It does not make sense that Bashar Assad, who wants to stay in power, would incur the wrath of the greatest superpower in the world. Does it? It doesn't. Why would he do that? And now he's got them against him. His days look numbered. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't. You know, he doesn't come across as a man that's fucking crackers either. He comes across as a man that knows exactly what he's fucking talking about. And these rebels, by the way, are ISIS. They're just as bad as ISIS. And if he does get kicked out and replaced, well, who's going to take his place? It's going to end up like Libya, Egypt. Egypt's... The military took back control and destabilised it. But that's what had happened there. It's all these fucking factions and tribes. It'd be Iraq, Libya and Tunisia all over again. It would be a fucking nightmare. And again, it would further destabilise the Middle East. And as though it's not destabilised enough. I'd love to know what the Israelis think of this. You've not heard from them, have you? They've not said a fucking peep about this. Very strange. Of all in the news everywhere, the Israelis, Netanyahu, hasn't said anything, has he? Yeah? I wonder what their stance is on this. The last thing they want is that guy fucking losing power, the Israelis. And they've got the ear of the Americans. And they're not too... I don't know what their relationship is with the Russians, I'm not sure. But it's interesting. I don't think he did it. And hence the title, Not Guilty. He isn't guilty. He's not done this. It's been set up. And like you say, if you look at the facts, 4 days before this happened, the American State Department are on record, it's there for all to see, that they had no problems with Assad, blah, blah, blah. 4 days later, they're dropping fucking cruise missiles on him. Yeah, there you go. Whoever saw that video or footage of the State Department advocating supporting Assad, wouldn't have liked that, would they? Who was that then? Who was that? Was it the rebels? Was it somebody? Was it us? Fucking who was that? Fucking involved in that? That weren't the they were the rebels to a degree, but somebody bigger was behind this. Somebody bigger. Who was that? Was it China? Yeah, there you go. Get all conspiracy theory, can't you? Over this, very interesting. Very interesting, but I do not believe... There's more to this than meets the eye. And again, he said repeatedly yesterday, Bashar Assad, in that interview with Reuters news agency, and he said, where's the proof? There is no proper proof. It's all hearsay. You've shown this, they're showing that in grainy footage, blah, blah, blah. There's no proof. He said, it does not make sense. I would not gas my own people and incur the wrath of the biggest superpower on earth. He said, why would I do that? I want to stay in power, not be kicked out and helped by a huge superpower like America. He said, I want American support and Russian support. Somebody's playing a game here. It wouldn't surprise me, and I know this is a conspiracy theory type thing, if the Chinese were at it here, playing Russia and the States off against each other. Well, who's going to reap that? Who's going to benefit from that then, boys? Eh? These squattable Chinese. Fuckers, aren't they? Little fuckers. The music, the motels. Yeah, this is a classic from the 80s. Number 9 in the Billboard charts in 1982. One of my favourites, this, I love it, and it really is a cracking track. And it's a one-hit wonder. They only had 2 hits, and Sunday Last Summer was another one, but this one is the best. It is a cracker. I will hopefully see you soon. I won't say for definite, but I'll try and get to you as soon as I can. Have a great Easter. Don't eat too many eggs, you'll be sick. Yeah? And I will see you soon.
We walked the loneliest mile. We smiled without any style. We kissed all together wrong, no intention. We lied about each other's drinks. We lived without each other.